So what's coming up for me in my home, for one, the fear of homeschooling turned out to be much bigger than the actual homeschooling. When it came down to it, it's like, oh, this actually is not as hard as I was trying to make it out to be. But one of the things I'm noticing is that I've been working from home, right? I've been working from home for a couple of years now, and Leslie is now at home. And so she's not used to seeing me come into the kitchen to have lunch and still kind of being in work mode, and instead wanting attention and wanting me to be in not work mode. And part of it is I love being in work mode. Like I'm moving forward. I'm still thinking. I'm still writing. I'm still doing whatever I'm doing. And so I'm feeling torn, like between wanting to serve her and wanting to just keep going.
Yeah. So one of the things I'm seeing with a lot of people is, how do I structure space and time at home with a partner so that we can maximize polarity? And there are two pieces of this. One we talked about on the women's group call yesterday. Both of you should have your separate space in the house. For those of you who are in relationship, you should both have a space where the feminine goes to know goddess and practice and feel that, and the masculine should have a space where he goes to same thing, to find God and to deepen, to get still. And it's really important to create those spaces consciously. Do all of you have that? For those of you who are in relationship? Yeah.
So
Shannon,
I have a space,
Rachel?
but she does not.
Yes. So that's a way to lead her. Baby, I want to, this is the time, since you're here, we're going to set up a space for you that, you know, a sheepskin, an altar, even if it's not a whole room, it could be half a room, but it could be part of your bedroom. It could be whatever, but it just has to be intentional. And so since we're dealing with space limitations, right? Having intentional space and making that intentional space your practice and ritual space is super important. And I'm thinking of you guys, and because it's really, I think it's really important for you to be able to, part of your practice is you've got to be able to separate. I was talking to a woman yesterday and she's like, well, we're walking together, we're running together, we're working out together, we're eating more together, but we're not like fucking. Well, it's really hard to have polarity when you're doing the same thing together all the time, right? Same. And you kind of can't help it, given that you're locked in your house together. So it's going to take a lot of creativity to develop rituals that are meant to be totally separate, and discipline and commitment to your own practice. And so since Ted asked the question, I'll speak to the masculine. One of the things that the masculine can do is, this is not an unusual thing. I'm working, I'm digging it. I love just being in like single-minded focus mode. Like I'm driving the ball down the field. Oh shit, there's the feminine. She wants my attention. Fuck, I really don't want to, but I should because I'm a good guy, and then she'll be mad at me. Guys, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know, even if you haven't raised your hand, I know you know what I'm talking about. And rather than do that, which does not feel good to you or her, she's just doing what she's doing. Like, there's the man I love. Like, of course I want his attention. Of course I want some, you know, some juice. You can be super intentional. One kiss. Baby, I've got time for one kiss. Come here. And then I need to go back to work. Or from 9 to 5, I'm pretty much I'm out of commission, relationship commission. I'm off the relationship grid. But you know, at 6 o'clock after I transition and I'm all yours, right? Or I'm ready to. And so thinking forward and owning the space that you need in order to live your truth, which case is driving the ball down the field, is a masculine gift to be giving. And that way she can relax into knowing, oh, okay, from 9 to 5, dude is on. Maybe I'll get a kiss, you know, maybe I'll get a really hot lunch kiss or something like that. But other than that, he's on. But I can count on him at 6. And that way there's a very clean setup. It's one of those things that the masculine's kind of fuzzy on, which is the structure. I imagine if for most guys that work, they're pretty clear, you know, 9 to 12, I'm doing this, and 12, I take lunch, and then da-da-da, and then I do this. Kind of like you break up your day into very specific structure. But when we go into relationship, we tend to withhold that and kind of be swayed more by the flow of relationship. That's fine sometimes, but it actually, we have to honor. It actually helps the feminine feel better when we're clear. Monday through Thursday, I go pretty far off the other way. I go Monday through Thursday, don't count on me for anything. Some weeks it's been a little different, but some weeks don't count on me for anything. Friday, you know, come around 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, I'm going to start to get into the relational mode, but either I'm going to be working or I'm going to be recovering from work. And maybe there'll be some times where if the flow is right, then but I just don't want you to be thinking, you know, worried about whether we're going to come together. I would say, let's just say from Monday through Thursday, I'm in work mode, and maybe we'll flow in and out. Or I'll say, from 5 a.m. till 10 p.m., I'm in morning mode. And then at 10 a.m., I come out for an hour or two, and maybe we can have breakfast together, go to the beach, something like that. It's really important to be proactive, especially now.